go. And there we are. We're here. Good morning, everyone. It is February 17th, not to be confused with any other day because it's today, February 17th. Yeah, Jason, that
Did
is
you wake up
exactly what's
thinking it
going on
was
in my
like
head.
another
That
day?
that face is
What?
exactly what's happening up here inside.
Good morning, everyone. Today is not like any other day. Yep. Welcome to the word history.
I got nothing for you. I got nothing.
What just happened?
Nothing. I don't think. I don't know what's going on. It is. Hi.
Start over.
Robert, can you private message me your email, your house address? I'm door dashing you a coffee. That's bad.
Yeah. Alana was saying that she hasn't had her coffee. She's over in a different place here, so none of us have. I actually had 2 cups of coffee. It's not
Well, it's
working.
funny. I came to Portsmouth and I had to buy one. Alana was not offering no fresh pour, cold brew, whatever she makes over there. Nothing. I had to buy one.
Well, Jason, to be fair, I didn't realize you were coming. And I'm
I
about to
snuck up
make
on
it,
her this
so I'll
morning.
make sure I make an extra cup.
Okay, just for everybody out there in TV land watching, Jason and Alana are about 8 feet apart.
I don't even think it's there.
6 feet apart. Yeah.
Yeah. We're like grumpy neighbors in a cheap apartment.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you guys can connect afterwards for coffees, and I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm stuck here in the Nottingham hideaway here. So, anyways, it's 8:33 on the 17th, and we have some stuff to talk about today. Some exciting stuff. Everybody everybody being a bunch of people are headed down to Florida if they're not already there. I haven't heard from the kids.
I have a funny story. So yesterday, I'm in a 2.5 hour main forms review with Jen Vashon, who's in the truck with the crew, Stephen Hyde, and poor Jen's like this. I go, Jen, honest to God, what's going on? She's like, I think Nate's going to launch this thing off a bridge.
Oh my
Who's
God.
in the truck?
In. She's got pads of paper, computer set up. She shows Timmy real quick, and Timmy's going like this.
Oh my God.
Still working away.
Literally, how many people are in that truck?
4. But I will tell you, I was in. Nate took me and Mark Lesniak to lunch a couple weeks ago. He stopped up to Meredith and just wanted to chat with us about some stuff. And his truck that thing is roomy. I was in the back and I was like, holy moly! Like this thing's like a limo. So yeah, it's Brad, Kelly, Nate, Jen, and Tim Lindsay. Yep.
That's an interesting car ride.
That sounds like just a dangerous, like tinderbox combination of no good.
Poor Jen. I hope she has noise canceling earphones between those 3. You know they're going to be talking about sports, football, the Patriots, Tom Brady retirement, all the things Jen loves.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah, cheeseburgers and farts. It's going to be great.
Yay.
So happy I stayed up here.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a good road trip person. I used to travel a lot for work, and I was never a good road trip. I'm not a good road trip companion. I fall asleep.
See, for me, I'm the opposite. I just can't stop because I
That
get
does
bored.
not surprise me.
I used to travel a ton back before real estate. A lot of people don't know this. I used to race snowmobiles professionally. I didn't drive them. I was actually a mechanic.
Wait, hold on. And raced snowmobiles professionally. Okay, I just had to add that to the list.
I didn't drive them. Like I said, I actually worked on the engines, and we traveled a lot, like Minnesota, Ohio, Utah, Colorado. We went everywhere doing that. But it was fun. Yeah, I like traveling. I don't mind it.
Well, you're also young. You'll get over it.
I was young.
Yeah, my traveling put me. I traveled so much that I was on like the super duper, frequent flyer things. I got to the point where the last 3 years that I traveled, there was only like 1 or 2 flights that I did not end up in first class because of those free upgrades.
Wow.
And that's crazy. When you're flying so much that almost every flight is an upgrade, that's too much. That's just too much.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
However, I wouldn't complain.
It was, well, that's the thing is you get to that point, you're like, oh, thank God, because it's sitting in the back and just that whole crunched up in the back, it made it tolerable, but it didn't make it worth it. I used, when I was a kid, I loved flying, but I don't anymore. We have gotten completely off the topic here. We are not, for those of you watching, sorry about that. We're just yammering away over here. It is, what did we say the date? The 17th, which means that today we've got night school with Jason Westcott. That's our big thing on the board today. And we also have Win with Sellers with Sven Anderson, part 1 at 1 p.m. And all of that is in the morning news. But I'm going to go over a couple quick things. Then I'm going to turn it over to Alana. She's got some stuff that I know you want to get to. First of all, thank you very much. There was a great response yesterday from many of you who added your moments and wins and stories, proudest moments from last year to the form. Yes, thank you very much. But keep it coming. You know, reach out to people that you know and say, hey, did you submit your proudest moments? I know that we all are a great community here, and we need to help each other kind of reach out to each other and say, hey, don't forget to submit your proudest moments, because I like that. I like going through them and putting it together and having fun with it. And we get to talk about it on Awards Day. Awards Day, which is March 3rd. March 3rd.
The big thing we get with that, Robert, is agents will say, like, I don't want to put up my proudest moment because it's not that big. Your big proudest moment, which you don't think is big, there's an agent below you or behind you that's what they're striving to get to or do.
Yes.
So, you know, just it's all about showing the community that we have here that, yes, I made it here. I'm happy I sold X amount of homes, bought a boat, whatever it may be. When I went to Hawaii, you know, there's an agent in this building that has that dream and they're wondering how to do it. I mean, and seeing that you did it is the pathway for their greatness.
Absolutely. You know, this isn't just bragging. This is also to help lift each other up and motivate each other. Absolutely. 100%. So get in there, do that. And that is in the morning news that Zoe kindly sends out for us every morning. Tomorrow is back to basics. We're going to, I don't think enough people realize the availability that the brokers here at KW put themselves out there for. You know, you have Mondays with Ask the Broker at 1 o'clock, and then on Fridays is Back to Basics at 1 o'clock. And the Back to Basics is literally going over some of the foundational essential forms and things like that you need to know. And then, of course, tonight is Night School. Any particular topic on the books for tonight?
No, I mean, we're going to go over a few things that we see in Night School. Escrow releases are becoming an issue as far as just which ones to use and when. We do have a clause that I'm going to be talking about that you would release escrow, but you're not killing the deal, right? So we have people that want to put like 50 grand in escrow and then, for instance, new construction, and then give the builder 10,000 of it, and then another 10,000. That's part of the contract, which is fine. But the escrow release that we're telling people to use, or that most people are using, if you read the second paragraph, it says terminates the contract. So we actually have an addendum on how to do it and put the hold harmless that, you know, obviously that the brokerage wants in there so that we don't get, you know, held responsible for releasing said escrow because we were told to by both parties. So that's probably going to be the quick topic that I talk about. And again, it's always about come ask your questions. I'm the source of the source. If I don't know it, I'll definitely send you over to Robert or Alana or Jason Poole or, you know, Tristan or whoever it may be that actually has the true answers. Last week we talked a lot about deeds. So, you know, that was a different off topic, something I wasn't ready for. And I was like, whoa, pulling out my deeds hat. Okay. So,
hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you're selling a property and that property has 2 addresses, but it's one property, does that make sense? So it's like it has 2 physical addresses.
So there's two houses on one property, so it's a compound, if you will.
If you will, okay. That I guess that would be the right. You would be the one to know that for that terminology. Do you need to create, because of the 2 physical addresses? Do you need to create 2 opportunities, or is it one opportunity because it's a compound?
If it's one deed, it would be one opportunity.
There's that. See, look how simple that was. The deed is the determiner in that statement.
Yeah, if it's 2 tracts of land, and you know, so I own 2 pieces of property that happen to be next door to each other, then it would be 2 opportunities.
Gotcha. See, look at that. That's why
it's the same as multifamily, right? A multifamily has 6 apartments in it. We don't do 6 listings for it. We just do one, stating that it's, you know, 1A, 2B, 3B, 4A, whatever it may be, right? The
Gotcha.
legal description needs to be correct.
See, that is so that's exactly why I turn to you and why everybody else should. Absolutely. And now with that, let's turn to marketing. We have Alana Babineau, our marketing and design specialist here. If you don't know who that is, just think classic movies like, I don't know, what's a classic movie? Moana? That's a
Twilight.
classic. Twilight, classic
Oh, I
movie.
don't like Twilight. Yeah. No.
Classic movie. Oh, yeah, that last Mission Impossible was classic.
Yeah, 100%.
Still haven't seen it.
Elf. Now that's a classic movie.
It is.
Wait a minute. There's more than one Star Wars? What?
Okay.
Oh,
well,
man,
goodbye.
we give her guff, but we have Alana Babineau with us this morning. And Alana, you had mentioned before we got going this morning that there was something you wanted to talk about. What was that?
I did. So I want to talk about some marketing engagement or social media engagement strategies because within the past 24 hours, I received a question from 2 individual agents who said, Alana, I keep posting on social media, but no one's engaging with me. So how do I fix that problem? The simplest answer, which takes time, it's a form of lead generation. So ready for this? It's called the $1.80 strategy. And you've probably heard it because I spoke about it very briefly in our TikTok class, Robert. I'm not sure if you remember that.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't. You were TikToking. Just kidding. Yeah, so the $1.80 strategy, what does that mean? That means that whatever dance Robert is doing, but what you are doing is you are putting your 2 cents, let's see if I get my math right. You are putting your 2 cents on 10 different posts that have a certain hashtag, and you search that certain hashtag 9 different times. You search 9 different hashtags. Yes. So let's do the math again.
You got this totally nailed. I love how you came to the table prepared on this one.
You have me and Robert looking like all the brand new agents in Shannon Aldridge's real estate school class when she goes over commission and how to figure out. They're all like this.
Hold on, I got to get my calculator out.
Take 2, you divide it by the hashtag. You multiply this. Hold on, I have an engineering degree and I'm lost. Let's
okay. How long do you do the pour over?
Here's what you do.
Formula. Let's graph this out.
All right, hold on. I got my mind map. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
go ahead.
So you are on social media.
I am.
Okay.
You're about to engage with people and
okay.
put your 2 cents onto a social media post.
So I'm going to troll a post.
Yeah, what you do is you search 9 different hashtags.
Yeah, 9 hashtags.
And example, my first hashtag is going to be hashtag real estate. On 10 of the posts that I see when I search real estate, I'm going to give my 2 cents on those 10 posts.
There we go. So we're searching 9 different hashtags: real estate, real estate agent, real estate New Hampshire, whatever. We search 9 different hashtags. And for each of those hashtags, when we get to those first 10 posts or 10 of those posts that we find interesting, we make a comment. We put a comment, our 2 cents.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes. There we go.
I love it.
Yeah.
Boy.
So why does that work?
I love how you explain stuff.
Yeah, people ask me like, how is this going to be effective? Because if you're not engaging with other people, how are people even going to see that you exist? Mm-hmm. Because your content that just gets drowned out by people who do have engagement. So if you're showing, I'm going to engage with you. So example, I'm an Instagram user. I comment on my friend's post and say, oh my gosh, I absolutely love that you just hiked Mount Washington. Good job. They're seeing that I'm engaging with them. There's that whole like familiarity. They see one of my posts. They're like, oh, I'm going to engage with Alana as well. I saw that she just hiked Mount Washington too. So I'm going to say, wow, great job, Alana. And that is me now getting engagement because I gave my 2 cents somewhere else.
When I don't do social much, if at all, anymore. But when I was, many of you like Jason just explained that he used to do snowmobile. What was it, mechanics or just repair? What is it? Snowmobile maintenance?
I used to build the engines, but yeah.
The build. Well, okay, that's a little bit more intense, sure. Um, People don't know too much. We don't know a lot about each other, but we've worked together. We don't have these conversations a lot. But I was also a professional photographer for years, and one of the things that I did was I started an Instagram page, and I wasn't getting anything. I wasn't seeing anything happen. Now, I wasn't using the strategy that Alana is specifically talking about, the 180 strategy. But what I started doing was saying, well, how am I going to engage with people? So I started seeking out people that did the things that I did. I did flat lay photography. I did product photography and things like that. And what I started to do was build my list of people that I followed using hashtags and things like that. And then, that didn't get me very far anywhere because I thought, well, okay, maybe just showing up and being in the room would help. And it didn't. And so then I started like commenting and liking and engaging on those people that I started following. And it was almost instantaneous, the uptick in reciprocal engagement and the likes. I know this is how we gauge things online, is the likes. And those likes started going through the roof on the posts that I had put up months ago that were just sitting there because I know there was no engagement. So I started seeing a massive amount of engagement coming towards me when I put that engagement out there. And I think that that's the really the net result of what we're talking about is if you want engagement, then you must engage.
Exactly. And I was just talking to Zoe about this. She did that for her mom's business. I believe it was her mom for her business. So if you also want to hear another success story, talk to Zoe about it. There are a ton of other marketers, people that I follow who have done this and they've seen great success. And if you guys are nervous and you're like, oh my gosh, like I really need to put myself out there. What if people find me annoying? Well, if they find you annoying, maybe they'll start engaging with you and say, hey,
Yeah.
shut up. Just kidding. Hopefully they don't do that.
There's no
But
such thing as bad press.
sure. um, yeah, and so another question is, well, Alana, how long is this going to take? Like I said, it's part of your lead generation because those conversations that you start on social media, they will become greater. So like I
Hmm.
said with my Mount Washington example, I say to my friend, hey, since we both hiked it, let's hike another mountain together. And before you know it, we're both talking about our businesses,
Hmm.
what we do, who's in our circles, who we can connect each other with, and then
Yep.
of course conversations then go from there. Um, so it's just a matter of taking like an hour a day and just, it might be at the end of the day, it might be midday while you're eating your lunch, just like
Hmm.
searching those hashtags, commenting. And again, if you're like nervous about it, don't be, because the only way for you to get people to engage with you is if you engage with them. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Absolutely. Um, i- if you're going to be part of this process, then put yourself all in. Now, something you said there in a moment ago, Alana, was that it does take some effort. Well, that's kind of the price you pay is the effort you put out. So you're only paid back on your efforts. So if you're
Mhm.
not going to engage, then don't be surprised if people aren't engaging you. You will have to put some effort into it. You'll have to put social media, if this is something that you're focusing on, you'll have to put that on your schedule. You have to put that into your schedule of things to do. Now, there's actually, to that point, I'm not going to name any specific ones, but there are a ton of social media planning tools to help you build that engagement, to create posts and have them automatically post at certain times of the day or night, depending on what the best algorithms are to get those
Hmm.
things to be out there.
I think I know a tool that could help with that, Robert.
What is that?
I think it might be called Command.
Command. See, that's
Yeah.
where I wasn't going to say any names until we got
I
there,
bet
because
you don't do that.
if you didn't know this, if you're going to think about planning your social media calendar and getting that out there as part of your marketing process, as part of building your business, Command has a social media planning calendar built within it. You can quite literally plan it out for an entire year, and you can create posts all the way throughout the year that will automatically post. You can build your Valentine Day post for next year right now and put that out there for next year. Now, you may not want to go for an entire year out. You might be working them 2 months out, 3 months out. Tim is always talking about 90 days out. Well, there you go. So what does your 90-day social media calendar look like?
Love that. Love that. Now, Robert, question. With that social media calendar, what social media platforms are we able to schedule posts for?
Well, I think you know, but I'm going to answer this.
Little Q&A right now.
Thank you for teeing that one up. So, for those of you that don't know, we can post to Twitter, Instagram, and to Facebook. Instagram requires you to basically buy an ad, but you can post to Facebook on the social calendar and Twitter. Now, what's nice about the Instagram part, though, is something to remember is if you have a Facebook business account, which you do, Facebook business page, you can actually engage the calendar tools in Facebook if you want to include Instagram in your social media planning for your business page. So you can actually do that as well.
I got a feeling that, Robert, your lab's going to blow up, and Alana, your phone's about to blow up. Yeah. Because I'm pretty savvy, and I have no clue what you just, both of you, either one of you just said. Instagram, your hashtag, get it on command, call Robert. That's what I'm here to tell you.
There you go. There you go.
Most of the stores. Come to night school, I'll tell you, call Robert.
Well, so here's the thing. We have our marketing specialist with us here, our marketing and design specialist. So there's actually a reason that you have those two words in your title. The marketing part of what you do is the knowledge of how to utilize the social media platforms and in fact, print media and all the different marketing tools. So there is a wealth of knowledge. If you are not familiar with Alana Babineau, reach out to her to just even ask the questions and engage with her about the how do, what do, where do, all those things. From a technology perspective, if you want to know how to do it yourself in Command, or in some cases, I'll even branch out into some other tools, reach out to me and I can help you with the technology side of it. But from a philosophy and from a strategy standpoint, Alana is your ticket to success.
I am. Timewithbabs.com. BABS. That's how you can find me.
Timewithbabs.com. I need coffee.com.
Print that shirt.
I got to buy that URL. I need coffee.com. A lot of people would be going there on the daily.
Yeah. So apparently, Jason, I've got you, we're talking about people reaching out for services. Wednesday, Sylvia just made a comment, says that she needs somebody to replace I think it's stator or starter? Stator?
Ooh, Robert, nice word, stator. Like that. That is a snowmobile part. That's the ignition, right?
So I thought, when I originally read it, I thought it said starter. And I'm like, no, that's a stator.
Yeah, stator. So a car, ignition runs off the camshaft. That's how it knows the firing order. On a snowmobile, there is no camshaft because typically a two-stroke motor. So it runs off what's called a stator, which is a magnetic flux. It ratchets.
It's a flux capacitor?
Yeah. No, Robert, no.
No?
Not a flux capacitor.
Do you know what, Alana, flux capacitor?
Alana, do you know what a flux capacitor is?
All right,
do you know
based off of my Latin, flux flucis means...
Oh, she's going, oh my God.
flow, so something having to do with some type of flowing of something.
Well, let's put it this way: the original flux capacitor required 85 gigajoules of power to run. However, the new
and it is located in a DeLorean.
Yeah, it was in the back end of a DeLorean. The new flux capacitors run on bananas and Coke and aluminum.
Right.
Everybody out there that is over Alana's age knows what we're talking about. Alana is going, if I could just go back to the future and find out what the hell you guys are talking about, this might make sense.
You have Bell, then you have Doc Brown.
You have Doc Brown.
Those are your guys.
That's our guys. We're going to leave you with that. And I'm going to leave Alana with that face. I'm just going to you know what? I wish I had a freeze frame so that I could just freeze that absolute look of confusion.
I will see you, Alana, October 23rd, 1955.
Just
I
make
don't
sure
even
you
think you were alive at that time.
No,
take a
no, I wasn't.
picture of you and
But
your
if you see me,
family.
just call me Calvin Klein if you see me.
Take a picture, Alana, with you Back to the Future, so that you can make sure that you don't disturb the timeline. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh
Uh,
my.
Fun with
But
Alana.
Fun with Alana.
we do this with absolute love.
Honestly.
Sure. I love how he laughs right after he says that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh man, you guys are killing me. Okay, so listen, that's it. We've beat this dead horse. We're
Great
done.
Scott.
Great Scott, Marty, we got to get back to the future. What's up, Doc? It's your kids.
To your kids.
Gosh.
All right, so yeah,
Yeah.
classic movies.
Yeah.
All
You can
right,
tell
anyways.
that the leadership, that the executive leadership is gone because we are out of control.
Oh, absolutely,
We
absolutely.
are off the rails.
Hey, by the way, nice kegger yesterday. We had a good time. All right, listen, we're out of here. You guys have a good day. Alana, we'll chat. Jason, head over next door and try to explain some of this stuff. If you need marketing assistance, it's timewithbabs.com. If you need Jason, the phone number is
603-234-2589.
And if you need me, I'm not around. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.